Following the Omagh bombing and the wave of public revulsion, the so-called Real IRA announced a suspension of its campaign and said it was considering a permanent ceasefire. The announcement was thought to be imminent, but then it was reported that a number of hardliners, believed to be less than a dozen, were holding out. However, in the face of intense pressure from both governments, which had introduced harsh new measures to crush the dissidents, pressure from the security forces who were keeping the dissidents under 24-hour surveillance, and threats from the Provisional IRA, the breakaway group finally agreed to a ceasefire. The announcement came in a short statement telephoned to RTE in Dublin late last night. It said that as a result of intense consultation that had taken place over recent weeks and in accordance with its constitution, its volunteers had determined a complete cessation of all military activity. The cessation, it added, would take effect from midnight last night. I understand the decision to call the ceasefire was taken by the 7-member Army Council of the so-called Real IRA at a meeting in a house in County Louth. Among those present were most of the hardliners, including the former Quartermaster General of the Provisional IRA, the former IRA Head of Engineering from Inchicore in Dublin, as well as leading members from Limerick and Cork. The statement was given a qualified welcome by the Taoiseach Bertie Ahern.
If this statement is followed through by them, which I assume it will, it is an important and significant step. We've been waiting for the last number of weeks for this organisation to declare a permanent and complete ceasefire, and I understand this is the statement. Of course, it does nothing for the people who were killed in Omagh, or for their relatives or the victims.
However, the Taoiseach made it clear that there would be unrelenting pursuit of the perpetrators of the Omagh tragedy and other bombings. He also pointed out that one other paramilitary organisation, the so-called Continuity IRA, had not yet called a ceasefire.
It is very important that that organisation states its position, because we need to know that in the efforts that we are making to crush paramilitary violence in this country. There's no room for it anymore. The people have answered in the Good Friday Agreement and in the vote on the 22nd of May.